right, we have ourselves the worst game ever here,
That's the title. The title of the game is Worst Game Ever.
and we're gonna play it.
And this is very exciting. I'm a very big fan of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And
I
this is
love Aqua Teen Hunger
This
Force.
is the official video game, the browser-based video game for Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
And the wonderful thing is, I just Googled terrible browser-based games, and this came up. So
So it worked out. This is going to be great.
apparently, if you beat the game, you see an exclusive video, and if you conquer the quest, you get an awesome new video. So
This is
Gonna
perfect.
go.
This is perfect. Here we go. Starting the game.
Extreme challenge level.
All right, here
Okay.
we go. Okay.
I already have 80 scores.
All right, so let's go over the controls here. You have your left and your right arrows to move left and right. Space is jump, and hit P to pause the game.
We got a ball.
So here's your first obstacle here. You want to jump over it,
All right, got that taken care of.
and then you just want to keep on walking.
I currently have a score of 700.
Oh, see,
I have
I'm
3
at
lives.
800.
Oh man, you're doing better than I am.
I'm cruising along here. So basically, you just keep on walking, and jump over the obstacles when they appear.
I like the progress level. This is cool. You can you really get a feeling of accomplishment when you look up at that and you say, "Oh, my score is going up. My progress is going up. My lives have not gone down." And I've not seen any exclusive clips viewed, so I can look forward to that.
If you
I don't
notice-
see any bad guys though.
If you hit P, you'll notice. Well, hang on here. So if you hit P, there's a submit score. So it seems like they have leaderboards for this game, which is pretty fun. You can compare your score to other players around the world and compete for the title of first place.
In the worst game ever. So I'm still running. I've got 2,300 points. Well, 2,300 points now. Wow. This looks like it's gonna take 20 minutes. Looking at the progress bar.
And you keep on trucking. That's really, so far it seems like that's the point of this game, is to keep on keeping on. It's
kind of like a marathon, kind of like when you run in a jogging a run.
That's really what I like about this game, is that a lot of games feel more like a sprint, where you play these isolated, just a few minutes at a time. Especially competitive games like Halo or Counter-Strike or Quake. It's kind of like a very short sprint. This game is definitely more of a marathon.
Like right now too, what I really like about this is they haven't gone with an ultra complex approach. It's kind of very minimalistic, kind of like a Steve Jobs Apple style. I'm just holding forward.
I would not be surprised if this
still
was
playing the game.
If this was designed by, if this was the Swedish developers. The Swedish people are very,
it's got
very
an
into,
IKEA vibe.
Very IKEA, very minimalistic, very.
It's
very basic.
I mean, because it is a game. We've got I'm using I'm controlling a thing, and there's graphics on the screen. So it's kind of the bare. Oh no, we have a ball. I've got a secondary ball to jump over.
You just want to jump over that and just keep on trucking.
Okay, we're good now. Hold on, there's a TV. Does that do something? That's just to be there.
I think that's just there.
Just for looks. Okay.
Yeah,
So they're starting to slowly introduce some visual elements, so I like that.
It's very gradual. It's very, because a lot of times with games these days, they just kind of throw you right in the middle of all the mess, and it can be very confusing when you do that. So this game it just gradually really introduces you to different
eases
elements.
you into it, it seems. And I've never been this far in the game, so anything anyone's seeing, I'm going to be just as surprised as you are. And so far, yeah, we still got the pink background thing going. So still running. I'm holding the right arrow.
Now this is a cool little. I don't know if this is like a glitch or maybe this is a design of the game. But if you hold your right arrow and then click while holding your right arrow, click off of the browser window, you will continue to move in the game, but you won't have to hold the right arrow down.
Okay, that's amazing. All right, so I don't even have to hold the button now. So this is cool.
So this is, I don't know if it's a glitch or if it's a built-in feature.
I think it's a hack. It's like up, down, left, right, A, start.
It's a real nice addition there. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but either way, it's really nice.
So now I'm just like drinking my beer and watching my. I'm at 7,500 points, and we are 5 minutes in, and we are. It literally is going to take 35 minutes to complete this, isn't it?
Probably, but like we said earlier, it's definitely a marathon.
It's gradual.
It's not a sprint.
And then when you compare this to something like a Fallout 4 or like a Skyrim, something where like the gameplay is like 80 to 100 hours, it's kind of excessive. Like I kind of like how they've gone with like a more simplistic approach with like the overall gameplay time frame.
It's really nice, and definitely with this game being free. I mean, this is a free to play game. You don't feel like you invested a lot of money to get to where it's very
all I had
like
to do is Google like terrible browser games, and this came up.
Exactly, and a lot of times these games, because games these days they cost a lot of money. I mean, it's $60 for a game, and you will
notice I have not been requested to use any microtransactions yet. So.
Yeah, this is truly free to play, and a lot of times these days, you may pay $60 and you may get 80 to 100 hours of gameplay.
We got another ball. Got another ball. Hold on, I gotta jump over it. I gotta click back on the thing.
I mean, in these days, with sporting events and lattes and whatnot, you have a lot of other time commitments in your life, and so you don't want to sink a lot of time. Ball. There we go, jumping over that. You don't want to sink a lot of time into video games. A lot of people don't have a lot of time to play, so having a 40-minute time commitment is much easier. At least for me, it's a lot easier to deal with.
The other nice thing I'm realizing is, hold on, we got another ball.
We got over that there. Yeah.
The other nice thing about this is like this really opens up the doors to like multitasking opportunities. Like, 1 second.
No, here we go. Over that there. Yep.
I could be watching Netflix. I could probably be playing another game while playing this one. And you actually get to play 2 games at one time. We got another ball here. You could actually play 2 games you could probably play this one multiple. You could open up multiple browser windows and play this multiple times. And there's not many games where you could actually say that you could do that. Like I couldn't play Skyrim. I couldn't play Skyrim 3 times in a row. But this one,
you definitely could. It's definitely possible. I mean, you could have multiple games going. You could have, like you said, Netflix. You could have YouTube going. You could, if you're one of those people, you could have, Microsoft Excel open in one window and dealing with your spreadsheets over there and getting some work done.
I mean, you could minimize. You could do the whole that hack that you mentioned earlier, the click off. You could minimize this and actually play this while working. I mean, don't tell your boss this, but you could probably play this while at
work.
You
definitely could. It's definitely possible. It's one of those things that you could run it in the background pretty easily, and no one would notice.
So I'm currently at 13,000 points, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, I think it's a very accessible game. You don't have to be a pro gaming expert to enjoy this.
It's not like for the hardcore gamers only. But let me say, I'm a hardcore gamer, and I'm still enjoying myself right now.
Yeah, I mean, video games these days can be very difficult to get into. You have, your Halos, your EVE Online, and it can be very difficult for your average gamer to get into.
The user interfaces of those games.
They're very complex.
They really strip this one down to just the bare necessities of what's important in a video game.
And really, that's where all the fun and the enjoyment comes from. I mean, some of my favorite games these days are the ones that are really the most simple and the most basic. And this is really what you get.
Flappy Bird.
You look at Flappy Bird. You look at Angry Birds. You look at
all the birds.
Bust a Move. All of those.
Oh man, I'm at 15, almost 15,000. No, 14,8. And it's the weird thing is they're really throwing me through a curveball because I was expecting the balls to continually come. There's a portion back there where I was just jumping. I think I jumped over 4 balls, and now there's just nothing. So it's like, I don't even know. And I've also only seen 1 TV, so there may be another TV coming.
That's true.
Actually, wait. If we click that TV, would that play to exclusive video clip?
That's a good question.
See, replayability. I'm gonna have to go back and play this to see whether or not the TV is clickable. Because I probably could have seen an exclusive video clip if I clicked that.
That's a really good point. A lot of games these days, I mean, you pay $60, you get, maybe 8 hours of gameplay out of it, and that's it. It sits on the shelf, and you never play it again. This game it's got replayability out the wazoo.
I mean, look at it. We're not even halfway done here, so that's phenomenal.
I mean, we have probably, 66%? We're probably about a third of the way through. We got 66%, 2/3 of the way still to go, and I mean, it's anyone's guess what we could run into.
Next. So far, I've still got a lot of pink going on here.
A lot of pink. It's a very pink-heavy game. So, if pink is your jam, this is your game right here.
Very pink heavy. One thing, I'm very curious about the lives. I've still got 3 lives, and I've yet to encounter anything capable of removing a life. So, we've got that to look forward to as well.
Yeah,
like something may actually be able to hurt us.
You got 2 different options there. I mean, there could be things that come up that hurt you, but on the other hand, I mean, they may just give you those lives as kind of a bonus. Here's 3 lives. It's sort of like an extra, extended warranty that you get for free. It's, hey, you don't need them, but we're gonna give them to you anyway.
Throw them in there. You can look up there and be like, oh, you know what? Like, you got that peace of mind. You look up and you're like, okay, 3. I got 3. Okay, so I could die twice, and I still have 1.
Exactly. It's like an extra bonus there. I mean, right on top of it, the game is free to play. They give you 3 lives. You may not even need them, but you got them.
I just want to say I'm running right around the 20,000 mark. So. I mean, 19-3 right now in the score. We are almost at 20,000. So I'm thinking at this point, mathematically, I'm probably going to be close to the 80,000. I mean, if we hit 100, we may even hit 100,000 by the time we get to the end. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm really excited to see what my final score will be. And yep, 20,000. We're at 20K right now.
I mean, the points just keep racking up. I mean, your lives are still all there. You have a progress bar to track your progress so you can see how far you are away from the end there. It's a really solid game.
The other thing I like is even though we've got this big, expansive pink, you don't feel alone because if you'll notice, you have a companion. They've been doing that in a lot of games lately. Like Fallout 4, they gave you the dog as a companion. Yep. You don't feel like, even though we're in this seemingly empty world, we have Meatwad with us. So even though you feel alone, you're actually not. You have you've got your buddy here. So
I mean, it's just like Fallout. It's like Skyrim with Lydia. It's
companions.
Like, oh, what's the Fallout? Not Fallout. BioShock Infinite. You got that. What's her name?
You got the girl.
Yep.
She follows you around, helps you and stuff. I think they were definitely drawing from a lot of that kind of stuff with this.
Yeah, you can definitely see a lot of modern game design influences in this game with the companion there. But at the same time, it's also very original. I mean...
Yeah, I've never played a game quite like this before. It's very... It's very... Like, a lot of games these days, like, you play a Battlefield, you play Call of Duty, and you know what you're going to expect. But I honestly did not expect this much pink. Or this much of a lack of things to jump over. Like I'm really surprised, like they really threw like I was expecting to do more, but it's good. I haven't done anything in the last 5 minutes. I literally have not jumped over a ball in the last 4 minutes. We're 13 minutes in.
Well,
we're almost halfway there. They're both running too.
So it's like the game designers, they took all of the great elements from modern game design. You got your companions, you got your pink. Hey, we got a there we go. There's a we've got a bit of a I don't know what you would call that. A hole in the ground.
There's a hole.
Yeah, you got a hole in the ground there.
I fell down the...
Does that take a life away?
I'm stuck in a hole.
Well, that's too bad. So you see a lot of influence from modern game design, but at the same time, they've also designed a very original experience.
I'm stuck in a hole.
We don't want to spoil the rest of the game for you. You know, it's all about discovering all of the new elements for yourself.
Yeah, I'm stuck.
So give this a try. It's the worst game ever. Just Google worst game ever. You should be able to find it. We may post a link in the description below.
Yeah, I cannot for the life of me get out of this hole right now.
Hit T. What does T do?
Nope.
Okay. Well, give this a try. It's a really fun game. There's a lot of paint going on. There's a lot of new and interesting things you may not be used to in video games. It's very innovative and a lot of fun. So check it out. Worst game ever.